Hi, my name is Joshua Chan, and I will be walking you through a demo of AISOOP today. There are a number of key features and functionality I would like to cover, including the dashboard overview, having a collection of your models, being able to create a custom AI model, managing your models through adjustments and fine-tuning of the model weights, being able to take a look at their API endpoints and adjust those as needed as well, analytics and performance of those particular models that you have developed, an audit and trail log, as well as audit and logs and observability for explainable AI. The first thing I want to show is the ability to create a new AI custom model. So here in this tab of Create Model, we can give a model a name. We can put a model name. We put a description. We can choose this type of AI model that we want to select from a drop-down menu, and more will be added as the list grows. Target objectives. So what is your model trying to optimize for? So in the case of some of our example use cases is to optimize for matching. So for example, if a case comes in, we want to match it with the right resources, the right department, the right team, so that they get the right information until we can optimize for user experience and the right outcomes, the desired outcomes, as well as increasing revenues for conversion rates if there are revenue implicated matching required. Next, we provide the training data set. This is a simple JSON file that we can dump into this area. We can choose a file. There are also ways for us to simply hit an API so that we don't have to draw out an exported JSON file, and then we can start training. Training takes about 7 to 10 minutes. It really depends on the size of the data that you have and the type of model that you're developing. The next thing that I want to show is the ability to manage your existing models. Here we have two models in our view. We can see this lead to Rep Matcher Pro model. We can easily deploy and undeploy the model. We have a few quick stats to see the health of that model. Next, we can click on the View API for that particular model, and we can see the endpoints that this particular model can take in. We have one that is for the predicting and another one that is for reinforcing the model itself. The prediction will take in an input, and given the input, return the optimal match. And then the reinforce will take in a single element of data set and reinforce the existing AI model. So it's continuously learning on the fly in real time. Additionally, we have the ability to adjust the model weights of a particular model. In the model card, we can click the Adjust Weights button, and we can see here that we have three weight factors, 30-day conversion, 60-day conversion, 90-day conversion. These weight factors are already within the trained model, so it knows what to do with them and all the correlations regards to the pattern for that type of data. And that data also resides in the request whenever there is a predict API endpoint being hit. This allows us to fine tune and refine what is needed in order to get the perfect optimizations based on your requirements that you're looking for. So here we can increase or decrease each of the weights, and we can also add new weights and delete existing weights. The next thing we want to show is the Performance and Analytics tab. So if we click on this, we can see, again, some key cards which show the health of the various models, aggregated and individually separately. So here is our lead rep to Rep Matcher Pro model and our case management router model. We can customize these analytics to pull the different types of data from it to get the full picture of exactly what is happening. We can also have a recent activity log to showcase what exactly is being changed with regards to the performance and when certain targets or thresholds are reached. Next, we are going to move into the audit trail. The audit trail is for governance and compliance purposes, so we can track all the models and its operations, what is exactly being changed, how is it being, if it's moving off of different thresholds, and if there are certain level of severities that need to be addressed. We can see that at a high level overview here. Again, we have a few kind of key indicators, and then we have a filter section to take a look at the different date range, the severity, and the type of event for the audit of the various models. So for example, here we see that the case routing rules have been updated for this case management router, and a change in the severity and occurrence, the date that has happened, the timestamp, the user, and the particular IP. And this gives full explainability in terms of what exactly is happening, when is it being changed, so that nothing will go without a paper trail. Our last tab that we want to talk about is on the logs and observability for explainable AI. We can select the particular model that we want to take a look at. And from this, we can tell when a specific endpoint was hit, what time, what date, what was the input, and what was the output. So in this case, Sarah Martinez, and the prediction was this rep, Sarah Johnson. And from there, if we look down, we can actually see the applied weights that were present at the time when this model was executed and how exactly it reached those results. So we have the matching score, the weighted factors, the demographic, program, campus, expertise, and then expected revenue. And then based on this, we can tell, okay, we can trace back and the AI can explain why exactly it recommended Sarah Johnson over Michael Chen. And there's also a formula that shows how it was calculated and the response data as well. That concludes the demo of the UAT environment. Next up, I want to talk a little bit about our live environment that we have with live sample data for one of our testing clients. Again, this is a live system, so my screen might change and there might be new information that is popping up. I have the permission from the client to share some of this data. There is no identifiable data that is within what I'm going to display for security and privacy reasons. So here, this is actually a log of their particular instance of what is happening. And I'll quickly walk you through the process. So for this is actually the lead to sales rep matching. They're using this to increase their conversion rates, which translates to top line revenue for this particular for-profit company. In this particular case, they have an entry. Here, there's an entry. So there's a new request, which is the entry. They have a lead that is coming in. They have some information gathered from that lead that they're interested in a particular program for an educational institution. And from that, we calculate the scores. So here, there's a bunch of calculations for the score that's for their availability, for the program rating, for, in this case, gender, and an aggregate of score at the end. And then it returns the top sales rep result back to the system. So then that sales rep can then provide the expertise, knowledge needed to address that particular lead. Next, I want to talk about real world results. So the reason why this solution is so elegant is that we make it very easy for anybody to leverage their data, even though they're non-technical, to be able to create a custom model and to get the results from their historical data. As you can see from this client, I don't have absolute numbers for dollar value, but these are real stats that we've collected over the last few months of that we've running this pilot with this particular client. And we can see that the conversion rate has increased 1.24% from July to 1.99% to 2.54% to 3.23% in October. This translated each month over month for this particular client, millions of dollars of additional revenue every single month. And we can apply this for other areas in the government departments as well.